There is new data that shows inflation is cooling in the month of December, giving American consumers a break from rising costs as prices continue to trend downward. ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous has the details for us, and she joins me here in studio. Alexis, good to see you too. Tell us about this report and what it means, most importantly, for our wallets, our pocketbooks.
That's what it all boils down to, right? Absolutely. So this report's big because it's the last one the Federal Reserve sees before it meets next week to decide the fate of interest rates. It's also the Fed's favorite gauge or barometer of, if you will, of inflation. And it showed that prices ticked up slightly last month, but the longer run trend, which is what we care about here, showed inflation cooled to barely above the Fed's 2% annual target. Now, this comes on the heels of news this week that the economy grew faster than expected in the last 3 months of last year, up 3.3%, and that's despite those higher interest rates and higher inflation. So really, this is more evidence that we are getting that economic soft landing we've been talking about, where prices are cooling off, the economy's slowing a little bit, but we are avoiding a recession.
Okay. There is this study out of Harvard University that I want to ask you about, that housing, and this isn't going to be a surprise for a lot of people trying to buy housing, but housing is becoming unaffordable for millions of Americans. Tell us about that and how that factors in.
So this is a Harvard study from the Joint Center for Housing Studies, and we know that housing costs have been a big issue over the past few years. They're one of the main reasons why inflation has been so high. So this study, some really troubling statistics here, showed that more than half of renters said they pay more than 30% for their rent, which is not the recommended. You should be paying at the highest 30% of your income. Of those people, more than 50% said they're spending 50% or more on income. That means you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're unable to save money at the end of the month. You're unable to invest money. This again speaks to the housing shortage this country is having in terms of affordable housing. Yes, there is construction of apartment buildings going on right now, but they're more the high-end apartment buildings. We need more of those lower-end apartments to sort of ease the crisis right now. So I guess the good news is those double-digit rises we were seeing in rent prices are starting to come down, and in some cities, those rent rises are starting to reverse themselves. But the longer-term trend is we just need more affordable housing. And folks cannot be spending, 50% of their income on rent. And
that's why perception is everything. When we talk about the numbers and we see them cooling a little bit or this and that, some people are still
feeling. They're saying, where is inflation cooling? Where is it cooling for me?
Correct, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck and paying 50% to the. Yeah. All right, Alexis, thanks so much.
You bet.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.